What's up, YouTube? This your boy, Big Boy Factsjonny, and tonight I'm going to do my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. If you guys are new, hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description. Let's talk about WWE Smackdown review and highlights. Now, Smackdown was a decent show. It was a decent show, but pretty good at the same time. That's all I gotta say. So it says, a special retro video intro package for Smackdown. We cut to the Thunderdome and it's the old look WWE logo inset. Michael Cole is dressed as his old self. Dim top in all white. Pat McAfee is dressed as an old school Vince McMahon. We see clip of the first ever main event from Smackdown. It was The Rock versus Triple H on August 26, 1999, with Shawn Michaels as the special referee. Out comes Roman Reigns to the ring, accompanied by Jey Uso and Paul Heyman. A clip of last week's main event is shown where Roman got the win versus Daniel Bryan, and Cesaro came out to try and help. This was a good opening. This was a good segment to open up the show. So it says, Paul Heyman says that the tribal chief has asked him to acknowledge the career of his victim Daniel Bryan. Heyman says they shall do that with a 10 bell salute. That part was funny by Paul Heyman. Heyman tells the timekeeper they do it themselves, as he says ding 10 times. He hands the microphone over to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns says he is a man of his word. He did what he said he was going to do. He put everything on his back and he carried it. Facts, by the way, by Roman Reigns. And because of that, they should acknowledge him. They should celebrate him, thank him, because he always gives the people what they want. He gives Fox what they want. Smackdown, he even gave Daniel Bryan what he wanted. Daniel Bryan didn't want to be here, so he smashed him, pinned him, and got rid of him. Roman Reigns says if Bryan wanted to be here, all he had to do was acknowledge him. He couldn't, so got rid of him, and with his absence, he got replaced. They replaced him with someone who will acknowledge him. Roman Reigns looked on stage, and out comes Jimmy Uso, which I was happy, by the way, that Jimmy Uso is back. All four men are in the ring, and out comes Cesaro. He tells them to hold on. Cesaro says he heard Roman says that he replaced Daniel Bryan, but you can never replace Daniel Bryan, but he doesn't have time for him tonight. Cesaro tells Roman he has his match versus Seth to focus on. Seth Rollins attacks Cesaro from behind. Both men brawl on the outside of the ring as WWE officials break it up. Out comes Teddy Long. He says the power that has been granted to him by WWE official Adam Pearce. He's now proclaimed Cesaro. If he beats Seth, he will get his championship match at WrestleMania Backlash. Now that match itself between Cesaro versus the tribal chief, the head of the table, the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. That match itself is going to be in the main event at WrestleMania Backlash. That match itself is going to be good. But anyway, so we get Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. This match was good. Jay and Jimmy are at ringside. The bell rings and we are underway. Seth Rollins with right hand in the corner, and he stomped on Cesaro. Seth with the sling blade. He goes for the cover, but Cesaro kicks out. Seth climbed to the top rope and a flying knee. He goes for a cover, but again Cesaro kicks out. Seth throws Cesaro to the outside. Seth throws him into the barricade and back into the ring. Seth Rollins goes for the cover, but again Cesaro kicks out. Forearms by Seth, but Cesaro with right hands. Seth runs to the ropes and he attacks Cesaro's knee. Seth goes for the cover, but again Cesaro kicks out. Seth Rollins goes for a suplex, but Cesaro blocks it. Cesaro lifts Seth up with a suplex, take Rollins down, an uppercut by Cesaro, followed by another. Cesaro with a spinning clothesline. He goes for the cover, but Seth kicks out. Cesaro drops Seth and goes for the swing, but Seth blocks it. Cesaro on the ring apron and he climbs to the top rope. Jay distracts Cesaro. Seth jumps up and hits him with a superplex and into a Falcon Arrow. He goes for the cover, but Cesaro kicks out. Commercial break. Back from the commercial break, Cesaro with the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. He turns it into a crossface, but Seth gets out of it and hits Cesaro with a forearm to the back of the neck. Seth goes for the cover, but Cesaro kicks out. Seth goes for the stomp, but Cesaro catches him and throws him onto the top turnbuckle. Cesaro goes for a gut wrench, but Seth lands on his feet and hits Cesaro with a buckle bump, but Cesaro comes back and hits him with a clothesline. Both men slowly get back up and Cesaro is thrown to the outside of the ring. Jimmy distracts the referee as Jay tries to get involved and Seth Rollins tells him to stay away. Seth throws Cesaro back into the ring. Jay grabs Seth Rollins as Rollins pushed him away. With the referee distracted, Jimmy Uso hits Seth with a super kick. Cesaro flies to the outside and takes Jimmy Uso down. Cesaro throws Seth back in the ring and hits him with the neutralizer. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Cesaro. This match was fantastic. Commercial break. Seth Rollins is backstage with Roman. He tells Roman Reigns that they have a history together, but he wants to know who he has to be pissed at. Roman or Jay. Roman Reigns tells him he understands he's angered, but Seth also got involved with himself because now he has to take on Cesaro, and as for his family, he will take care of it. Seth tells him he better, if not he will. We see a clip from Smackdown dating back to December 13th, 2001. It's the market fight between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T. Teddy Long is backstage with Sonya Deville. He tells her it was a great stipulation for tonight. Sonya says when she knew she was going to work with him tonight, she got his back. In comes Sami Zayn. He says it's great to see him. He tells Teddy that there is a massive conspiracy against him, and there is a democracy coming out. Sami Zayn says since he is unbiased, maybe he can give him a match for his Intercontinental Championship tonight. Teddy Long says tonight he will go one-on-one with The Undertaker. That part made me laugh by itself right there. They all laugh. He says he will be a tag team match with the Power Crews. Sami Zayn says he doesn't want to team with the Power Crews. Teddy Long tells him he will need all their help versus Kevin Owens, Big E, the Street Profits, and Shinsuke Nakamura in a 10-man tag team match. Otis, Chad Gable, and King Booker. Sonya tells him King Corbin. Teddy asks him to dance like him as they start to dance. Roman Reigns is sitting in the Usos. He tells Jimmy he has been here for 1 hour. He puts the spotlight on him, and look what happened. He messed it up. Roman says, and now he has to clean up his mess and treat him like a baby. But he is making a mistake. Jimmy tells him he won't talk to him the way he talked to Jay. He's nobody's, you know what, as Jimmy walks away. So we get Ruby Riott versus Carmelo. This match went under 2 minutes. It says the bell rings and we are underway. A shoulder block by Ruby takes Carmelo down. Ruby goes for a suplex. But Carmelo reverses it and slams Ruby down. Carmelo throws Ruby into the corner, but Ruby grabs Carmelo and throws her face first into the turnbuckle. Ruby with a leg sweep. She goes for the cover, but Carmelo kicks out. Ruby climbs the second rope, but Carmelo with a kick to Ruby's left arm and a kick to the face. Carmelo goes for the cover with her leg on the ropes as the referee sees it. Liv gets on the ring apron. Carmelo kicks down. Ruby goes for the cover. Carmelo gets out of it and gets the code of silence as Ruby taps out. The winner of the match, Carmella. Bailey's music hits and it says Bailey music hits and out she comes to the ring. We cut to July 4, 2002, where Edge and Hulk Hogan won the WWE Tag Team Champions. Commercial break. A clip of June 12, 2003, where Brock Lesnar ended a suplex off the second rope on Big Show and the ring implode. Bailey cut a decent promo right here. This was fine for what it was. Bailey says just because you are a superstar, it doesn't mean you're a great champion. And she's the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. She will know, but she here to pay tribute to some of her fellow women's champions. She talks about Alundra Blades, Jacqueline, Lita, Trish Stratus, Ivory, Beth Phoenix, Molly Holly, and Bianca Belair. She talks about Bianca Belair and calls her Navy. She calls her blonde to the world. And if she doesn't watch out, she will end up like all the other women, not on Bailey's level. She says at WrestleMania Backlash, she will beat Bianca Belair. Out comes Bianca Belair. It leads to Bailey knocking Bianca Belair down as she tells Bianca Belair to listen to her. Jimmy and Jay are backstage. Jimmy tells Jay he does think he is Roman's you know what. He asks Jay what happened to him. It used to be them. Jay tells that Roman was always part of the family. Jimmy tells him he has been fighting Roman's battles and he is the reason why Roman is Universal Champion. Jay tells him it makes them stronger. Jimmy tells him they need each other. If he wants to talk about family, Roman Reigns as Universal Champion, Jimmy and Jay as SmackDown Tag Team Champions. That is representing the family. And I did tweet something out that the Uso will be your next SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and I'm going to be the first one to call it straight down the middle. That's all I said on Twitter. Go look at my tweet on my Twitter. But anyway, let me continue. It says we cut to June 27th, 2002, and it's John Cena versus Kurt Angle. So we get Rey Mysterio accompanied by Dominic. So it says Dominic Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler accompanied by Robert Roode. This match was decent for what it was. It says Ziggler says this is throwback SmackDown and there's no better throwback than them. He says they could be heroes in any era. He and Ray can go toe to toe all night, but Dominic doesn't belong here. At least some of the Kardashians got popular due to something. Alright. Dolph tells Dominic he doesn't belong here. he is nothing but Ray's little kid. He tells Dominic to get out of his ring so they can men so get out of his ring so that the men can handle their business. Dominic tells Ray he wants the match. Dominic Mysterio with Rey Mysterio versus Ziggler with Robert Roode. The bell rings and we are underway. Ziggler taunts Dominic as Dominic push him. Ziggler with a slap, followed by a right hand. He sends Dominic to the ropes, but Dominic with a slap, followed by a drop kick. Ziggler rolls to the outside. Dominic on the ring apron, and Ziggler trips him up. Ziggler with a body slam on the outside of the ring. He throws Dominic back in the ring. Ziggler with a neck breaker. He goes for a cover, but Dominic kicks out. Ziggler with a body slam. He goes for a suplex, but Dominic rolls him up and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Dominic Mysterio. Decent match. Kayla is backstage with Reginald, Shayna, and Nia. She asks Reginald why he has requested this match versus Tamina. He says Tamina left him with a sour taste in his mouth, but this is the best tag team in the world, and next week they will break Tamina and Natalya when they defend their titles. But tonight he will break Tamina's spirit, and after he will drink spirit and cleanse his mouth. Nia Jax calls Kayla Hillary from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So we get Reginald versus Tamina. This match was sloppy match right here. It says the bell rings and we are underway. Reginald takes off his jacket. Tamina goes for the super kick as Reginald does a backflip and rolls to the outside. He gets in the ring and she goes for two more super kicks, but he moves out of the way. Tamina grabs Reginald by his hair and he flips, landing on his feet. He tries to slide under Tamina's leg, but she grabs him. She throws Reginald in the corner. He climbs to the top rope. He gets on the ring post. She climbs the second rope as he flips off. Tamina hits with the super kick and he's dancing. Tamina climbs to the top rope, but Nia grabs Reginald to the outside and Shayna knocks Tamina down as the referee calls for the bell. The winner by disqualification, Tamina. Natalya attacks Shayna, but Nia Jax attacks Natalya. They double team Natalya and attack Tamina. Nia Jax hits Tamina with a small drop on the barricade. Apollo Crews is backstage with Commander Aziz, King Corbin and the Alpha Academy, and Sami Zayn. Crews cuts a promo about how they will win tonight. The Street Profits are backstage with Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kevin Owens. Big E cuts a promo about how they will win tonight. Commercial break. So we get a 10-man tag match. Apollo Crews, King Corbin, the Alpha Academy, and Sami Zayn versus Big E, the Street Profits, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kevin Owens. The match itself was good. The match itself was good, but I just didn't really care. So it says the winner of the match, Apollo Crews, King Corbin, the Alpha Academy, and Sami Zayn. But why did Shinsuke Nakamura took the pinfall? It should have been Angelo Dawkins that took the pinfall instead of Shinsuke Nakamura, but I do not know why. But anyway, Roman Reigns is backstage. He tells Jay that he has given him a lot of responsibilities lately, and they do it for their family. He tells Jay he loves him and he loves Jimmy, and that's why he wants to give him the same opportunities to rise to their accomplishments. Roman Reigns tells him he needs to know where Jimmy stands, and they are about to find out right now. He tells Jay to go with him. Commercial break. Roman Reigns is in the ring with Jay and Paul Heyman. He says this is not how he thought tonight will go. Out comes Jimmy Uso. He asks Jimmy where does he stand. When he was at home He saw them fight in an I Quit match until Roman puts him in a guillotine and knock him out. And Jay says he quit for him. He didn't want to see him get hurt. We see a clip of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view from October. Jimmy tells Roman he would have never said he quits to him no matter what. Roman says this is what it's about. He is stuck on the past, and he and his brother move forward, and he won't go back and forth with him. It's simple. Fall in line. Stand with them and acknowledge him, or he could take his one home. Roman tells him when he leaves, he will have to explain to his kids why he is at home and them watching the tribal chief and the Uso, Jimmy, leaving the ring. Jay follows him and tells him I'll be easy to just acknowledge him. Cesaro attacks Roman from behind. Jey Uso runs back in the ring as Cesaro knocks him down. Jimmy runs to the ring and attacks Cesaro. Cesaro hits him with the European uppercut. Cesaro with the neutralizer on Jay. He grabs Roman Reigns and hits him with the neutralizer as Smackdown goes off the air. That's all I gotta say. Smackdown was a decent show, but pretty good at the same time. Now I already know we're gonna get Cesaro versus the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Backlash. That match is going to be in the main event, and I cannot wait to see that. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my WWE SmackDown review and highlights, please drop a like on this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys this Monday for my WWE Raw review and highlights. My name is bigboyfactsjonny. You guys have a great night. Stay safe, stay strong, and always stay positive. And I'm out of here.